Good morning. I don't know why I did that. Just did. Good morning. How are we all doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/emails. If you heard that, I just got an email. Hey, how you doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/ice cream uploads. My name is Graham D, and I'm joined by still no Bibby. He's still off for another week, but we do have a Grogu, so you know it's same, but different. Bongo the Gamer, welcome in. You are new. I see your first time chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining the stream. How are you doing? Welcome in. If you don't know who we are, which I'm guessing you don't because you're new here, my name is Graham. I'm usually joined by Bibby, but Bibby isn't around this week. He's on holiday. He should be back next week though, so we will go back to a two-man scoop. The scoop? What did you say? Well, when you put me and Bibby together, and the rest of the team, obviously, there's a bunch of people that do help out on the channel. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true Ice Creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. Usually, each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.-ish. 10 a.m.-ish. So it's now 11:45. So it was about, I don't know, about 11:30-ish, just after when I went live. So that's 11:30. It's close to 10. So that's 10 a.m.-ish. I'll take that. Nice.
Nietzsche is a bike seat sniffer.
I agree, Bateson. Nietzsche is a bike seat sniffer. Thank you very much for that input. Appreciate that. Nice. By the way, do check out Bateson later on today. He will be taking part in Twitch Rivals. He's taking part in the Fall Guys Twitch Rivals a little bit later on today. So check out Bateson if you want to watch a previous Fall Guys world champion-ish. Not retaining the crown, quite literally. So yes, we do go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads each and every single weekday, usually at 10 a.m.-ish. This week, we've only had 2 scoops because Bibby's off, busy week and all that sort of stuff. So do feel free to join us every other week at 10 a.m.-ish, or through the week. Wait, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. If you are with us on Twitch, it's important that you do get involved because even though we are live right now on Twitch, the live stream is turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play. So there's lots of places where over 130,000 people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand. Make sure you get involved on behalf of those. We will bring you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories. We will give you our thoughts and impressions on the stories, but we want to hear your thoughts and impressions, and then your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. So please do feel free to get involved over the next hour or so. Before we do jump into any news, though, let me remind you that we have a loot drop. If anyone is watching this, if like Bongo the Gamer, you are new in here. Also, shout out to Hollywood Kills, who dropped a follow 36 minutes ago, by the way. I did hear that coming. I was sat at my PC as that one came in. Always appreciate people that follow offline. Big love. Anyway, if like Bongo the Gamer, you are new here, do feel free to drop a sub. You don't have to throw any subs down at all. However, subscribers get prizes. Anyone that is a sub to the channel gets included in the monthly loot drop. !! Loot drop in the chat should give you details if you don't know. We haven't announced the price for this month because it's been a busy old month. But on Monday, one subscriber will bag themselves a prize because that is the first Monday of the month. It could be an Ice Cream Uploads baseball cap. It could be one of the subathon tees. It could be a game of your choice. We will sort that out with you on Monday. ! Loot drop in the chat for that. Also, just a reminder that the subathon tees, ! Subathon, should be with us. They didn't actually turn up yesterday because they were supposed to be hand dropped off, but they've been posted instead. But so that doesn't change anything. Though. They should be with us next week, so we can crack on with getting those out to you guys, or just handing them to you if you come to our meetup at the ICU studio on August the 13th. We'll be posting more details about that in the Discord next week too. Nice. Let me see. Let me jump back up. JMK, welcome in. Good morning, dude. The time is currently Friday, 11:36 and 42 seconds for Ice Cream Uploads, which is basically 10 a.m.-ish. There you go. 11:36. Not long after half past. I'll take that. Lightning Winter, how we doing? Good morning, Lake. It's almost 2 p.m. Not almost 10 a.m. Nope. It's almost 10 a.m. It's almost 10 a.m. Nice. Good morning, G. Good morning, Gagad. Oh, what Trico. I appreciated your message, by the way. I don't know if you saw my response to your message on Discord. Nice. Bongo the Gamer. Hey. Just wanted to let you know I appreciate you all. Well, Viv, I appreciate you even more. So have that. Stick that in your appreciation pipe and appreciate it. Yeah. Hi, new. I'm Tito. Hi. Sorry, I can't sub. Don't have to. Honestly, it's not a call to make you sub. I'm just saying that anyone that wants to, primed or whatever, this is the last chance for the loot drop. Don't have to sub. You don't have to at all. We have emotes in the channel for followers, so if you're watching as a follower, which you are now, you will be able to use our follower emote, so you can still get involved with the show and stuff. You don't have to be a sub at all. Just watching is massively appreciated. Viv says, I am, however, working and lurking on like a bajillion channels at the moment, and I need to pee. Probably didn't need the last bit of information, but I appreciate the commitment to the share. Thank you very much, Viv. Tito says, never apologise for not stopping. We appreciate you being here. See that? He gets it. He gets it. Nietzsche Arit. Cool room. Thank you very much, dude. We can make it do cool things like this. Yay. And just turn it off in general. Okay, we got it. Now we turn it off. Or we can make Alex turn it off as well, but she's listening. Stop. Nice. Okay. Not scoop related, but I appear to have bitten off more than I can chew sorting out these cables. Unlucky. Cable management, the bane of all content creators / people with big setups. It's fun times. The reason I can't sub is because I can't. You can't sign into YouTube. Oh, you don't need to sign into YouTube. It's on Twitch, but we'll leave that. Did you say August 13th? My birthday is August the 21st. Nice. Well, if you're anywhere near Blackpool, which I'm assuming is probably a very long shot, we'll be doing a community meetup. So exclamation mark Discord is the link to our Discord. What do you do exactly on this channel? Is it like a review? Well, this is the scoop. This is video game news. So we're going to talk about the biggest stories in the world of video games, which includes the fact that Skate, which was an old series from EA. Oh, my camera went and I'm back. Which was an old series from EA, is now being reworked on. We have some pre-alpha gameplay footage to look at. That's what we're going to start talking about. Then we're going to jump into a couple of stories looking at Sony, because Tito is a massive PlayStation fanboy. One from Corey Barlog from Sony Santa Monica, asking for people to treat developers with respect. Then we'll segue into God of War Ragnarok, which is coming from Sony Santa Monica. Then we're going to talk about PSVR 2. Then we'll quickly, in honor of Lake, have a little bit of a conversation on Monkey Island, a game that I don't know very much about, but we're going to jump into it. And then we will wrap up with Free Game Friday. We'll tell you what games you can get for free today, because it's Friday and they're free games. That's the point. So yeah, there you go. That's it. We do also have gameplay stuff as well. I think, is it like twitch.tv/icecreamuploads/schedule? We usually do have a schedule asset on social media, but we've not done that this week because we didn't know what the schedule was going to be. Tito's saying Xbox is greater than PS. I'll give you one of these Xbox bars. Yeah, have that. So for now then, we are going to kick things off. We do have a few stories over the course of the next hour or so. We will try keep the pace because there's a lot more footage than I would usually have. A lot more news than I would usually have, should I say, for us to get through. So I will keep going to try and get through it all. But obviously, when you've had a couple of days off, you're trying to pick things up. I didn't even include all the news. There's actually been quite a good steady stream of news this week, so I will try to keep that up. How far away is from Grant's Pass is the studio? I have no idea. Ask Grant. I know about Game Pass, but I don't know about Grant's Pass. Exclamation mark Game Pass. There you go. I can tell you about that one. But not about Grant's Pass. I have no idea on that one. For now, though, we will jump into the first bit of news. This is... Where is it there? There we go. Okay, opening that up on the screen. So this is a big one. If you are a skater or an old-school skate gamer, then this is big news for you. I didn't play skate. I was very much Tony Hawk, pro skater, and that was it. I played the first two. Kind of got a bit samey, so I gave up after that point. So skate and the like, I didn't really play, but I know there has been a massive level of hype for people wanting to play a new skate game. Well, obviously we got that weird confirmation from EA that was like 2 years ago now, where they just kind of went, yeah, we're working on it. Which was almost like a reaction to the fact that we got Tony Hawk's remastered from Activision, and EA wanted to seem like they were on the trend, so said something, but didn't even have a logo for us to properly see. Grant's Pass in Oregon. Okay, yeah, just a few miles. Yeah, there is a little bit of an ocean in the way as well. The entire Atlantic Ocean is in the way, so it's probably a few miles. Quite far. So yes, new pre-alpha footage. This is the article written by Gabe Gurwin at GameSpot. It says new skate pre-alpha gameplay footage has been released and you can playtest. So EA's team is hard at work on its much anticipated next skate game, and here's the proof. So a new skate game is on the way, and though EA is not ready to divulge too many details about the project, it has released a very early gameplay video showing off what the team is working on. Woo, that was loud, so I've hit play on that. So the video, which is now playing on your screens, which features a pre-alpha build of pre-alpha build of the game, doesn't feature much in the way of environments or textures at first. Instead, showing how crotch shot, ouch. Instead, showing how skates physics are going to work and what some of the animations will be like for the skaters. Later in the video, we do see what looks like a more fully realized environment, and it looks mighty sharp for still being so early in development. Alongside some funny bugs, the footage shows off some daring tricks you can perform, such as huge leaps across rooftops and grinds down stairway railing. It's clear the developers are creating the game with players' expectations in mind, and they're taking that feedback into account. Quote, "We took what we know, what you told us, and started building," the narrator says, adding that there will be more ways to express yourself in the new skate game. It looks like that might include taking a page out of the Tony Hawk's Underground playbook, as we see characters off their skateboards and swinging on a support structure like monkey bars. If you want a chance to play and give the development team feedback, you can sign up at the Skate Insider site. Currently, testing is only available on PC, but this will expand to other platforms in the future. Nice. I'm a big fan of content like this. I love it when developers do give you not just a look behind the scenes, not just a look at like wireframing. Obviously, a lot of people don't even realize that this is a part of development, that fully 3D textures, HD ray traced environment that you're playing in with that character starts off like this at some point in time. I love the fact that we've seen this sort of stuff, but that popped up there. Let me see if I can catch it. There you go. There we go. We got errors. Yay! We've had a few of these recently with brands showing off bugs and errors and problems. I think UFL have done it a few times. EA are doing it here with Skate. Love seeing this sort of stuff because they don't really have an update, but instead they're bringing people into the development process, which is good for me. What do you guys think? Do you guys like to see this sort of stuff, or does it not float your boat? Is anyone hyped for Skate? What are your thoughts? Let me get that. No, I'll copy the whole thing. Use that as the on-screen title. Will that fit? No. God damn it. That should fit. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, see, that doesn't look too bad. This bit that's on the screen now, where we're seeing the full environment, we're seeing people running and jumping. We're starting to get to a video game here. Obviously, it's still super early. Bodies are still a little bit rigid. Inertia, momentum doesn't fully seem like it's in there, but it looks pretty cool. I'm off out. Have a good scoop, G, and don't work too hard. Well, there's no danger of the second. Nice. No, enjoy, dude. Not my kind of game, but this sort of thing, while not really an update, shows that work is going on and stuff is being worked on. No, I agree. Even if it's not your sort of game, so like UFL, even if you're not a football gamer, UFL have been doing a similar thing recently, showing bugs and problems that they've been having when it's coming to developing their game, with players like doing daft things, the ball physics not working properly, and so on, and showing the errors as comedy blooper reels. I'm a fan of that sort of stuff because not only does it add assets and humor into the development phrase, it gives you ways of engaging with a user and showing them that quite often people will go, has there been no QA on this game when it has bugs in it? If there's more than a few bugs in, people will go, have they even done their job with this game? How have they released a game that's so bad? Did they not do anything? Whereas in reality, that could be a million years away from what has got there. So I love seeing this. The fact that Skate doesn't have anything to show, it's a hyped game. EA knows that people want to see it. And the longer they leave it without saying anything, the more it becomes awkward when they actually do say something. So what they've done now is gone, okay, we'll step back away from the awkwardness and we'll let people know that it's coming. We will show them that we are having problems in the development process, as is the case all the way through with any game. And we'll show them how we're stepping past that, and we're showing them how good it can be, and we'll take you from the journey from wireframes through to the fully realized 3D world. Love to see it. Love to see it. So GG's. Nice to see that. It's about time. I mean, all we got was one dude sat in front of a bookcase going, yep, Skate's coming a couple of years ago. So now we've actually seen some stuff. Yeah. King Comic, welcome in, dude. Hi, Graham, hope you're well, my man. Do you know what, King Comic? I was okay, but now you are here, I am fantastic. Yeah. Also, I have 2.2 litres of water to hydrate myself, as you can see. So even better. Nice. Got to keep yourself hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the waters going. I love... typo. I love Tiny Hawks. Big fan. A little fan, should I say, Tiny Hawks. No, Tony Hawk. The soundtrack, I mean, we've mentioned that a few times, King Comic, I agree. Over that, pretty much, you can't talk about Tony Hawk without mentioning, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, without mentioning the soundtrack. Some absolute bangers. And I'm the Superman. Yeah, absolute tunes. So yeah, big fan. I loved the first Tony Hawk. I liked the second one. My issue with the second one was it kind of felt like going from Modern Warfare to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare was a great game. Modern Warfare 2 was, in theory, a better game because it had much more in terms of development. They've had more time, more lessons learned, they'd evolved kill streaks and so on. But because of the simplicity of Modern Warfare, it was a much better balanced game. There was no noob tube, like one-man army exploits and stuff in Modern Warfare like there was in Modern Warfare 2. And that same thing applies to Tony Hawk Pro Skater for me. Pro Skater 1, it was good. It was good. It was challenging to get all of the tapes and hit skate every map, unlocking Roswell and going all the way through it and doing it on that map kind of thing. Was difficult, but you could do it without it taking an inordinate amount of time. I felt like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 pushed it to a point where I'm thinking, okay, I'm now in the, and no pun intended, grind phase. I didn't feel like it was a grinded Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. I felt like it was just fun. In doing it in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, I felt that it was, okay, I'm not doing it for fun anymore. I'm doing it to unlock achievements, which kind of defeats the point. So, but I do agree. Great games, great soundtracks. Seeing Skate, trying to recapture that too, getting the community involved. This is the great way to do it. Doctor, good morning, dude. All right, Treacle. How you doing, love? How you doing? Fresh in off the back of, what was it, your 27,000th month sub and 1 million bits dropped on Wednesday evening. How you doing, dude? Tony Hawk's is the latest version. Tiny Hawk's is the latest version. I read it right that time. big fan, little fan, tiny fan. Yeah, I'm good though. I'm good. Are you good? How are you, King Comic? How are you doing, dude? Do you know I do see it like whenever I open up the Twitch dashboard, which I have on this screen. Like I see King Comic is hosting the channel right now because on the Twitch dashboard. For anyone that doesn't know what a Twitch dashboard looks like, what I see when I'm looking at channel stuff, this is what I see. So this is my Twitch dashboard. Hey, you still see my stream preview up in this corner bit up here. Hey, I'm waving at you. Hi, how you doing? But I've got a little bit of the chat. I've got the activity feed. I've got the stream title stuff. I can do quick action stuff like doing raids and all that sort of stuff. But on the side over there, you can see which mods are around, which is obviously the majority of it's people that either have or have previously worked at Jelly. But then below that, we've got the hosting you section. So even though we don't get the host alerts popping up on stream anymore, we do see when occasionally, because we don't spend a lot of time looking over there, obviously, but I do see it. And I did shout you out, I think, on Wednesday as well, King Comic. I don't know if it's auto hosts or whether you just you're just very committed to supporting the channel, but I appreciate it. Genuinely. Thank you very much. Anyone else wants to throw down a host, do feel free. It would be very, very much appreciated. Oh, my phone is buzzing away. Oh, Insert Coin's just gone live. Nice. So, yes, there you go. Back into the room, though. Thank you very much, King Kong. Appreciate that. Just upsetting the apple cart, though. God damn. Which does lead me on. Not, I'm going to say nicely, but it's actually not nicely. Speaking about upsetting, this story is very upsetting and focuses around people's attitudes towards upsetting other people. Chris Scullion at VGC has this article. It says, treat developers with human decency and respect. This is from the God of War director. Cory Barlog's statement was seconded by Xbox's Phil Spencer amid online abuse. So Sony Santa Monica creative director Cory Barlog has taken to Twitter to make a plea to the gaming community to start treating game developers better. Sony was heavily speculated to have been announcing a release date for God of War Ragnarok today. This ultimately didn't happen, leading some of the games developers to reportedly receive abuse from online people. From people online. One female developer tweeted that some users had been sending her unsolicited, explicit images and asking her for the game's release date, to which Barlog replied, "Are you fucking kidding me with this now?" Demanding that nobody should send explicit images to anyone in the industry, he added, excuse me, "They are busting their ass to make something for you to enjoy. Show some fucking respect." End quote. Sorry for the language. I mean, we do have language in the channel, but that's Cory Barlog's words, and it was said with the venom that I expect that he probably meant to deliver with it. Later, after retweeting the news that returned... Oh, do you know, actually, I'm going to stop for just a second. Let me stop here for just a second. I will jump into this briefly, because we do have quite a lot of stories today. I'll segue off to this and then go back, because the other article is just about to start covering this. So Ron Gilbert will no longer post about Monkey Island due to personal attacks. Quote, "The joy of sharing has been driven from me." So Ron Gilbert has said he will no longer post about Return to Monkey Island online due to what he called personal attack comments. The developer has received criticism from some fans over the art style change between the classic Monkey Island titles and the upcoming sequel, criticism which he has previously called sad. On Thursday, Gilbert claimed on his personal blog that the negativity was becoming too much for him and that he would be shutting down comments and no longer sharing about the game. At the time of publishing, the site is offline. Okay. Yeet. There you go. Just got rid of... I don't even know what that said. The name, but you're gone. You banned. You out of here. Get out of here. Okay, "I'm shutting down comments. People are just being mean, and I'm having to delete personal attack comments," he wrote. "It's an amazing game, and everyone on the team is very proud of it. Play it or don't play it, but don't ruin it for everyone else. I won't be posting any more about the game. The joy of sharing has been driven from me." Stopping that article to jump back to where we were previously. Which is within this article. So later, after retweeting the news that Return to Monkey Island director Ron Gilbert will no longer be posting about the game because of abuse online, Barlog explained expressed his wish for the community to behave more respectfully. Replying to a follower who said they blamed the journalists and insiders who had claimed the date reveal would be today, Barlog replied, "Done. The answer is not to find someone to blame or focus hate on. Maybe just pay it forward and treat the people that make the things we love with some human decency. Treat the people that make things we love with some human decency and respect. This is not a battle. We are not at war. We are just trying to make and enjoy things together." Barlog's tweet was commended by Xbox head of Xbox, the Xbox boss, nice, Phil Spencer, who replied, "So well said, Cory. Can't wait to enjoy God of War when it comes out. And thanks to you and the team for the amazing work that goes into creating the things we love. Thank you." Sony was reportedly due to reveal God of War Ragnarok special editions today before a last-minute change of plan, which is another story that we will jump into in just a second. This is facts. This is facts for me. Like, what kind of level of shit do you have to be? Because a game changes its art style from 20 years ago. a game that was designed 20 years ago would have been successful 20 years ago. It's very unlikely that that same art style would have the same level of success 20 years later, 25 years, whatever it is, 30 years. I don't even know. It's a long time since Monkey Island. What was that? Was it just called Monkey Island? I never played them. ACM Tick says, I love Monkey Island. Well, there you go. You probably know more than me. What was the first one called? I don't know if Lake is here. He might be back off his break, but Lake is a big fan of Monkey Island games. He's been hyped for this ever since it was first announced. But the fact that the Monkey Island devs are now not going to converse with their communities because of the hate that people have received because they don't like the new direction, that's fine. You don't have to like the direction. That is your prerogative, but you do not have to be a cunt about it. You do not have to post hate to other people. You do not have to drag all the secret of Monkey Island. There you go. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate that. You don't have to drag other people down to your level of misery because you don't like something. I was talking about this in the Discord the other day, and my comment was basically, if you don't like the direction of the journey that you're on, so if you don't like the art style of Super Monkey Island, get off that journey. Stop ruining the trip for everyone else. Imagine it being on a train. Your train is going to Blackpool. I'm going to say that because that was the last place I probably got on a train, or maybe London, I don't know. So you're on a train to Blackpool, you're off to Pleasure Beach, yeah. But you're not a fan of Pleasure Beach, don't really like it. Yeah, the Pepsi Max was good 20 years ago, but no new roller coasters. Nah, it's not for me. I'd rather go to Alton Towers. This is not Alton Towers. I piss and moan about it. Get off the fucking train and go to Alton Towers. Go somewhere else. Don't stay on the train pissing and moaning and ruin everyone else's holiday. What the fuck? And that's all it is, but in video games. QRK says, do you support BL? I mean, why would you ask that question? Is my question. We're in the middle of talking about treating people with respect. Is that related to that? Is it related to the article? If you give me some context, I will be happy to answer that question. By the way, I just want to know why. It's a bit of a weird first time chat. The Secret of Monkey Island, the curse skills sword fighting was brilliant. The story was pretty much Pirates of the Caribbean, wasn't it? Oh, there is Lake. Yeah, Secret of Monkey Island. I'm playing it through now once again. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if you've been here, Lake, whether you're lurking or whether you've just come back, but basically Cory Barlog, the head of Sony Santa Monica, I don't know his actual title. I'm trying to look for it quickly in. Creative director at Sony Santa Monica has asked people to just be nice because people just can't be nice, which is fucking infuriating. Because you got people like Lake, like ACM Ticks that how am I saying that, by the way? Is it just Ticks? Do you want ACM? Are you is it like? Is the vowels missing? So should it say something like asemtics? But yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm not pronouncing your name right. So yes, Cory Barlog basically just wants people to be good people. I know that's what we all want. It's baffling though that some people are so self-involved and it probably comes from a good place. That's the worst thing. It'll be someone like Lake that has played the Monkey Island games, that is their childhood, or they played those games through their formative years, and it meant something powerful to them. So many hours, so many memories attached to that game, and then when they see that the art style has changed, they've just shit the bed, which is understandable. There's nothing wrong with that, because if that is your formative years, if it has that much passion for you, there's nothing wrong with being disappointed. But how you channel that disappointment, that is on you. And other people don't have to pick up the pieces of your shit because you can't deal with something like that, which is massively depressing. Like, I was looking at the comments the other day when the... what was the name of the Ron Gilbert, when Ron Gilbert posted about this, the comments in it, people were so self-involved, like they had some sort of divine right to have the game exactly as they want it. It's so bizarre to see how some people are so narcissistic when it comes to video games, but there you go. Asking people to be nice is to ask a lamppost to bend over. Touche. I've not heard that one before, but yes, exactly. My name's Adam. Welcome in, Adam. Nice to meet you again. It's been a while since I watched. Apologies. No worries, dude. Monkey Island was beautiful art. It's like updating a Van Gogh or covering a musical song. It can be done badly or done well, but both have positives in their own right. Exactly. I mean, how many times we have seen things updated? We have seen things taking a new lease of life. We've seen games transition into movies that aren't just like Sonic is a side-scrolling game or a 3D game if you're into the more newer ones, but then it's transitioned into a 3D CGI movie, and that worked incredibly well. We've seen things that haven't worked as well, and we've seen things that haven't worked as well, like the Mario Brothers movie, that some people like me still love, even though it's garbage, really. But like, just because some people like it and some people don't, doesn't mean that you have the right to drag anyone else's experiences down, and that happens all too often. If anyone sees me in like people in our Discord will see me threatening the mod sword and the banhammer. I'm not a big fan of yeeting people. I mean, I yeeted someone in the stream today. That doesn't happen very often. I just couldn't be arsed because it was just a shit. It was shit banter. I thought it's not even good. Let's just get gone. But like in our Discord, I'm very quick to not police people into saying good stuff, but I'm very quick to stop people trying to drag other people down. Some people might have something that they're not enjoying. Some people might be having a bad time, be it in PUBG or be in eFootball. They might be having a bad time. But because you're having a bad time doesn't mean that everyone else around you is. So that's why I always use the words being constructive. You can be negative and constructive at the same time. It's not difficult. It's not difficult to just not be a twat. Like the word that does me is lazy. People just go, "Oh, devs are lazy." It's like, how do you know? How do you know? The devs are lazy. That art style that Ron Gilbert's gone out, they've gone with that because it's lazy. It's easy to run with. How do you know he's lazy? Have you sat and watched him working? Have you sat and seen his teams? Like, the fact that they've released the art style or the game might have been broken or something when it's come out. There might be bugs in there. How do you know there hasn't been 50 bugs that have been squashed previously? We've just been seeing the skate video. We've seen how many bugs can pop up. Just because they haven't got them all doesn't necessarily mean that they're lazy. And that's the one that does me, is I'm a big fan of telling people to just stop being dicks. That's it. Do not be a dick. It's not hard to just be a nice person. You can dislike someone or something else and share your feelings of that dislike without being a dick. The two things, like, they don't need to be aligned. You don't have to be a dick. You can be discontented. Disc and dick does sound familiar, but it's not the same thing. Let me scroll back up. I've missed a few things while I was on my soapbox then. I've lost it. I remember buying a second disc drive for my Amiga just so I didn't have to change discs so much when playing Monkey Island 2, which was 12 discs. Fucking lazy devs, honestly. Lazy devs. How do they even bother? 12 discs. Don't care for the environment or anything. Don't diss the movie. What, Sonic? Or Mario? I mean, I like both. Shit, I was yeeted for my shit banter without knowing it. Yeet. Some people are just grumpy. Some people are just grumpy. They are. And that's the sad thing, is like, grumpy people are grumpy people. I get it. But there's a difference between grumpy and having that as your personal mannerism than taking other people down. And some people think, I'm just a grumpy person, is an excuse to hurt the feelings of other people. And it's not. That is not good enough. If you're just a grumpy person, that's fine. If your grumpiness is causing you to hurt other people, you're not a grumpy person. You're a bad person that needs to continue developing as a person, because you haven't learned key lessons that most people get taught in the early stages of education. That's what it is for me. At the end, games are nothing without the good company of friends. Exactly. And that's it. Even the best games are better with friends, and even the worst games are good with friends. Not always, but sometimes. So yeah, most of us have no idea the vast amount of work it takes to make video games. I want to see those same people even draw a shit 8-pixel drawing of their face and watch them take a year to do it. 100%. That's the thing. There is so much like that. the video, I'm going to jump back a story now. Let me jump back to the skate one. Like, the amount of stuff that goes into a video game is ridiculous. The amount of dev... Let me update discussing now first. Be nice to each other. Okay, on screen, Padush. So this is the skate story. Most people don't realise that those new animations, just make the animations a bit neater. Make them work a bit better. Don't realise that animation... Oh, I can see what that looks like. Yeah, that's a dude. Yeah, great. Okay, make his animations. But his animations go through all sorts of 3D rendering. This is where it usually starts out, and that's quite simplistic. Like, if you're working on a game like a football game, there's probably more points of reference for a player's body on there, or basketball, or NBA 2K. How many points of reference would each face have? Like, to make your cheek do all those face movements and stuff like that. NBA 2K can do fucking pretty much all that with their faces. It's incredible. Sometimes the faces might go and like absolute gurn faces and so on, but that's because there is so many variables. Every now and then it just shits the bed. That it just goes and you get stuff like this. Yeet. Okay, well it's easy enough done, and then errors pop up. Oh no, it's so easy for that stuff to happen. I will be a little bit more. No, I won't. I was going to say I will be a little bit more open to people criticizing games when they've paid for it. But I kind of am, but I'm not. I get that. That's a little bit different. The fact that you have paid for something, and if the game's broken, has bugs and glitches and stuff, you're entitled to a product, a service, a level of quality that you haven't got. I was about to say, I'm more open to people being a bit shittier than people just being shitty about something that they've not even bought yet. But no, I'm not. You can still be a nice person in that situation. So I'm not. No, don't be a dick is the one. Be nice to each other. There is what I'm actually saying. Be nice to each other. Don't be a dick is what I mean. Nice. I have about 20 years left of non-grumpy life. Nice. They say animals are like their owners. What will Grumpy Cat's owner be like? Like that. Nice. They say animals are like their owners. Well, Milo's a little bit of an excitable knobhead. So yeah, I suppose. Nice. As a professional sound musician, no one has any idea of the hundreds or thousands of hours practice to be able to perform proficiently on an instrument. They just see the final product and judge it. No, absolutely. Like, the one for me is, I remember seeing, like, it was, I can't remember where it was, but I remember seeing someone play a piano. But like someone just playing, the first time I saw someone playing a piano, maybe in a shopping centre or something like not an airport, because I didn't go into an airport until I was like 18. But when I was young, someone was playing in a public space a piano, but just having the skill of being able to change songs, start off on one track and then move to another one, and then someone will say something and then they'll just start playing that, either because they know those songs from memory or they just know how the song will probably sound on a piano, so you can tell what it is. It might not be the exact same notes, keys, chords, whatever you call it. But, like, yeah, I'd love to do that, which is the reason why I have a dusty keyboard down there. I have very, very, very little time, minutes, maybe an hour, put into practicing on that, and that practicing is just me just getting used to pressing buttons, not actually figuring out what the chords and stuff are. I know I'm thousands of hours away from being anywhere near proficient with that, and probably will never ever get there. And because I know that, I've got much respect for anyone that can do shit like that. But some people just don't even do that. They don't put the effort into learning for themselves, so they don't have any real respect when it comes to it. How about just giving people respect from the off? You don't need to know how much work they put into it. Just give them the respect anyway. That's kind of the best way to be. But some people are just not like that. Some people are not brought up to be like that, which is an absolute shame. EA Sports have been there longer and have more cash to do all that stuff than Skate's game. Still enjoyed all my Tony Hawk games. Still remember when PUBG was only starting for PC and Xbox, and now it's our best of the best. Yeah, exactly. I mean, PUBG was an absolute catastrophe. PUBG looked like this Skate game. Like, anyone that played PUBG in the early days on PC, PUBG used to look like this. The textures were that deep. There was none, like maybe not the lines and stuff, although that was how, what is it called? Radical Heights. That's what Radical Heights did look like, because Radical Heights came out super early kind of thing. But most people would have played PUBG where it looked not much better than what we just saw then. A lot of people won't have played PUBG when it looked like almost that sort of thing, but it did. Early access. All games come through that. But there you go. Anyway, Grumpy Cat died years ago. That is a true story. That is true. It died a few years ago, didn't it? It did. Wow. Is that a United shirt? It is. This is one of my comfy shirts. So, like, this is 4 years old now. And, yeah, I really like this shirt. So, a lot of my United shirts get, like, what's sunsetted, let's put it that way. At the end of a season, I tend to put them away, but the ones that just sit nice and feel comfy and have good uses, it's a black shirt which goes with anything. It's baggy, which is nice, and it keeps you cool, and it's hot as fuck today, so nice. Yeah. Can you play any Ludovico Eunade on the piano? Yes, I can. I don't even know if I said that right, let alone play it right. You should change the title plate to Bill and Ted's Be Excellent to Each Other. I would do, but I'm going to change the subject now. Or even worse than that, floating in the air and stairs on top of the buildings. That's, or walking into a building, into what looks like a cubbyhole, and realising that a staircase should have been there as it pops in and traps you in forever. Yes. I have loads, but don't have Manu yet. I do have a City One Saws. Oh no! Let's get you some of them. There you go. You've got access to that though. You're a sub. You've got that. I mean, you do have the City One as well. You could just type exclamation mark UTD, or you can do exclamation mark City, which is the dirty one. Ugh. Ice Cream United and Ice Cream City. Yeah, obviously that's exactly what they're meant to be. Nothing else. Nice. Anyway, so we did cover a few stories there. Obviously, it does say be nice to each other on screen. There was a few stories in there. The fact that Cory Barlog, creative director at Sony Santa Monica, working on God of War Ragnarok, has urged people to be decent to each other. That's because his staff have been hit with hate messages, and also the guys working on Return to Monkey Island have been hit with hate messages too. There is a lot of hate going around, and Cory Barlog wants people to stop. And I completely agree. I will wrap that up, though, by jumping back into the news, stepping away from the negativity and more focusing on the actual content. This is the reason why people were being negative around Cory Barlog and the likes. So Sony was planning to reveal God of War Ragnarok special editions today, it's claimed. But a release date announcement is said to have been delayed at short notice. So Sony Interactive Entertainment was reportedly due to reveal God of War Ragnarok special editions today, which obviously was yesterday, there you go, 30th of June, before a last-minute change of plans. Special editions of the game and its release date were due to be announced in a PlayStation blog post with an accompanying trailer, according to writer Tom Henderson reporting for Xputer. It's believed that the blog post would have also provided assurances that development was progressing well and the promise of a gameplay reveal at a future date. Henderson claims Sony decided to delay the announcement on Wednesday. Sony Santa Monica creative director Cory Barlog asked fans to please be patient for news on the eagerly anticipated sequel. Echoing similar comments he made in April, Barlog added, quote, "I promise things will be shared at the earliest possible moment they can be." He also said that were it up to him, he'd share all the information about the game when he found out about it, but it is not up to me. Following his comments, Barlog was inundated with messages from fans seeking further information on the game. In In one notable exchange, he said God of War Ragnarok hasn't been delayed again, which would mean it's still on track to be released this year. God of War Ragnarok was originally scheduled for release in 2021, but last June, Sony Santa Monica Studio had said it had been delayed to 2022 to help the studio deliver a top-quality game while maintaining the safety and well-being of its team. That's it. Safety and well-being. Delaying the game not only ensures that the game works right, but it ensures that the people that are working on it are not being broken. They're not being stretched to the point of snapping. It's not a case of, we need to do 7 days a week, doing 10-hour days, 12-hour days, 16-hour days for the next 3 months, just so that we can get the game out in June. Why June? Does it have to be June? No, it doesn't. We just said June. Okay. So can we just push it back to July? Well, we could, but angry internet whoppers are going to start pissing and moaning. And they've got to the point where they've gone, do you know what? Fuck the angry internet whoppers. We will just push the game back, which they did last year. They're not even at the point of pushing the game back today, at this point. There was rumours, not even confirmations, that the game was going to be spoken about yesterday, should I say. It was going to be, there was going to be a trailer released, and the special editions of the game were going to be detailed. It was never confirmed. People got rumours, and then people got pissy that the rumours didn't happen, which I've seen so many times. I've seen unofficial leaks of roadmaps, and then people get pissy when roadmaps that were never officially leaked aren't adhered to. Well, I was expecting something to be coming out in August, and it's now September. It's like, yeah, but nobody ever said anything was coming out in August. You saw something that someone else unofficial told you. So people are pissing and moaning that Sony's team haven't even spoken about an update that they didn't deliver. They never said they would, and therefore didn't, and people are pissed about it. What the fuck? Give your heads a wobble. Give your heads a wobble, honestly. At least you have a piano. All I have is my laptop keyboard when I make music on Fruity Loops. I eat Fruity Loops. I have done. Not for decades, though, mind. Always love United more, I promise. Ronaldo fan. Let's go. But I had a footy team for fans, and all wanted City one year and Chelsea another. Dirty. No. It's success, innit? Success. We had it with United. We had a lot of kids, obviously, wearing United shirts growing up, like me. So it's I don't begrudge that sort of stuff. I don't begrudge it. Sorry, I have to leave. Take my mum's chihuahua out for a walk. It's too warm for my mum. 29 degrees in Benidorm today. Woo! There's me sat in your night shirt because it's kind of warm today. And there's you, 29 degrees. Nice. Enjoy. Take the chihuahua for a little stroll. Enjoy. I know it stinks. I wanted United or Arsenal. I mean, we'll leave the Arsenal talk alone. Just the United. Nice. Enjoy the walk, dude. I appreciate you dropping in. So to recap, then I'll give you a roundup of what we've spoken about. New Skate pre-alpha gameplay footage has been released. We then went through 3 different stories. The fact that Cory Barlog from Sony Santa Monica has hit back at people being shithouses because God of War special editions were alleged to have been revealed yesterday. That didn't happen, and people got pissy. That then tied in to the fact that Ron Gilbert from the Return to Monkey Island team is not going to share any more updates because of the negativity that he's had from people online. Sheesh. People just be nice to each other, as I've mentioned already. Anyway, we'll put a pin in that, and we'll jump elsewhere before we give you your free game Friday roundup. Elsewhere, Victoria Kennedy at Eurogamer has this story. A dev tweets the first picture of PSVR 2 in the wild and then deletes it. Oh no. Tagline, I don't believe it. Eey. So we all know it's on its way, but the PSVR 2 is still somewhat of a mystery to those of us not privy to the inner workings at Sony. However, one developer has shared, and then swiftly removed, a picture of the PSVR 2 set out in the real world. The picture came from BitPlanet Games, the developer of Ultra Wings, and its follow-up, Ultra Wings 2. It showed the PSVR 2 on a black leather chair. It wasn't much, with the set not even being in use for the photo, but it was enough to quickly catch the ever-watching eyes of the internet before the developer had a chance to remove the post without anyone noticing it. You can see it for yourself below. So there you go. This is the Reddit embed, which is the first real picture of the PSVR 2 mirror because the original tweet got deleted. So BitPlanet Games has since tried to divert our attention away from its slip up and has now tweeted a more nonchalant, "Guess what's coming to be a PSVR 2 in the original post's wake? I assume it's referring to Ultra Wings." However, this has only led to some amusing replies from the PlayStation community, with many asking if the developer had forgotten something, adding the original picture to accompany their messages. BitPlanet Games appears to be taking the error in its stride, though, joking, "Looks fake to us. Chair is badass, though." Nice. Do you know what, GG's social person? You probably didn't realize what you were doing, and you're recovering. Well done. Someone then mocked up a picture of the PSVR 2 as a realistic-looking cake, quipping, "It's so hard to know, isn't it?" To this, BitPlanet Games joked, "It was definitely delicious vanilla and dark chocolate-flavoured cake." Meanwhile, earlier this year, we got a closer look at Horizon Call of the Mountain, one of the games coming to PSVR 2, and we can leave that where it is. But there you go. Just in case you're interested in the PSVR 2, it's definitely happening. I mean, we know that because we've covered the official announcements, but devs have kits. If devs have kits for games that aren't coming to PSVR, or at least that we don't know are coming to PSVR, then you can guarantee that we have some stuff happening. So BitPlanet Games, which, where did they say? Ultra Wings and Ultra Wings 2. You can imagine if BitPlanet Games are bringing Ultra Wings and stuff to PSVR, and we didn't know about that. I'm encouraged to know what else could be in the works. But there you go. PSVR 2 is out in the wild. Developers do have their hands on it. We expected nothing less. For now, though, hashtag Free Game Friday. So if you want some free games, if you're thinking, you know what, it's a sunny weekend, potentially, where I am, it might be 29 degrees in Benidorm if you're out walking your chihuahua like Doctor is. Then fuck that, 29 degrees. I'm going to stay inside. I want to play some games, but everything I've got, I've played. I want something new. Ideally, something free. Well, don't worry, we've got you. Every Friday, we give you your Free Game Friday roundup, where we pull all of the news on games that are free, or all the news that are free that might just tickle the wider fancy. Anyway, this is what this is. So, pulling from Morgan Park at PC Gamer, as we do every Friday, this is what's free on the Epic Games Store right now. So, from June the 30th, which was yesterday, until July the 7th, which is next Thursday, Geneforge 1 Mutagen, HUD, Outlaws and Legends, and then Erratus, Lord of the Dead, are your free games that you can get right now on the Epic Games Store. So, it's a veritable feast of freebies this week on the Epic Games Store. We've got PvPvE, medieval heisting, and banditry in HUD, Outlaws and Legends, which was a big game. It's a battle royale. Imagine PUBG, but set in Robin Hood times. That's what that is. It was big. It had the likes of Shroud and Lyric playing it on Twitch front page at launch, and now it's free. Whether that's because the game's dropped off or not, I don't know. But it's free. Give it a try. As well as that, we have turn-based necromancer tactics in Erratus Lord of the Dead. But I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't put particular emphasis on Geneforge 1 Mutagen, which lets you be some kind of wild bio-wizard who does mutation enhancements on dinosaurs. Video games! So there you go. Next week, it will be Ancient Enemy and Killing Floor 2. So that's what you can get on the Epic Games Store right now. But that's not just it. This week, we have a few more to mention as well. From Tom Ivan at VGC, July's free games with Amazon Prime Gaming have been revealed. Some 4 more PC titles are being given away in addition to over 30 previously confirmed. So Amazon has revealed the next wave of free titles being made available to Prime Gaming members. Prime Gaming, which comes with an Amazon Prime subscription, offers members new PC titles to keep and exclusive in-game content each month. Amazon said on Thursday that July 2022's free games will be Maniac Mansion, Suzerain, Fishing North Atlantic, and Fell Sea Arbiter's Mark. So the 4 titles will be available to Prime Gaming members on July the 1st, and June's free Prime Gaming titles, which are available until to claim until the end of today, which was as of yesterday, were Far Cry 4, Escape from Monkey Island, Astrologaster, Across the Grooves, Calico, and the World Rally Championship game. Nice. Obviously, don't forget Prime Day is coming. This is not a spawn. This is something we do use quite a bit, and then there is 25 other titles that you can get from Prime too. We have spoken about it in the past, so I'm not going to go over that, but that is your Free Game Friday roundup. Nice, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want a big roundup, a big reminder? So, Skate, we got to see some footage. God of War didn't reveal its special editions, but that led to some negative treatment at the God of War team. The Monkey Island team had some negative treatment too. We've seen the PSVR 2 in real person through a picture on the internet, if you know what I mean. And then we did the Free Game Friday roundup. So that's it. Scoop done, week done, nice. Do remember that we will be back tomorrow with another PUBG stream. So that's the scoops done for the week. We appreciate you dropping in for that. But we'll have gameplay tomorrow from 10 a.m.-ish. As well as that, on Sunday, Bibby will not be back because he's off. So it's just one video game stream this weekend. That is me on PUBG tomorrow, probably joined by the homies. So do feel free to join me for that, 10 a.m.-ish. If you want to get involved with next week's episodes of The Scoops, you can do. You can share any news that you want us to talk about. It doesn't have to be breaking news. It could be something that's big in the world of video games that you feel probably hasn't had the fair conversation. Whatever it is, drop it with us in the Discord. All we need is the link to the story and your thoughts and impressions. If you want to add them in, we will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at 10 a.m.-ish. On Monday. Nice. I know it stinks. I wanted to know. Oh, I've done that one. Ultra Wings sounds like it's part of the Always product line. It does. I wouldn't be surprised. It actually sounds like it very much is. Oh, it's pissing it down. No, we're just going to go for a brew outside. God damn it. Cheers for the stream. Missed most of my work, but watch back later. JMK, I appreciate you. Have yourself a beautiful day, dude. And if you're not doing it tomorrow morning, I'll see you for some PUBG. Nice. Before we go, though, I want to give you a reminder. We always say this at the end of a stream. Stick around for the raid because you'll get some sprinkles, some channel points to spend on our channel. But we also get to help another streamer. But I would very much appreciate it today, more than most, if you would stick around for the raid because we are going to drop a raid on Mercenary Xbox. What time are we on? It's after 11, so he will probably be playing Fall Guys right now. Even if that's not your cup of tea, do go along with the raid, because Merc is doing a 24-hour stream, raising money for cancer research for a very personal reason to him. I won't give any spoilers. I'll let him tell you about what the stream is. Feel free to go in and ask him questions of why he's streaming for 24 hours, which is a ridiculous thing to do. Go in, ask questions, enjoy. He has a very positive, very friendly, very funny, very inclusive environment. You will enjoy the stream if you do stick around, but don't have to. But I'd appreciate if you do drop him some love, drop him a follow. But for me, I'm done. Have yourself a beautiful day. I'll see you at 10 a.m.-ish tomorrow. Stick around for the raid to Merc, and remember to stay frosty.